Good afternoon, everyone. Yesterday, we will discuss the basics and fundamentals of zoology, and today also discussed some important words presenting in first year textbook. Gut or elementary canal, canal. So, in living world, the animals contains the two types of guts. They are, one is the incomplete gut, and second one is the complete gut. So, in animals, they are seen in two types of guts. One is the incomplete gut and second one is the complete gut. What is meant by incomplete gut? Incomplete gut means incomplete gut, it is also known as the sac-like gut. Sac-like gut are also called blind sac. Why it is called blind sac or sac-like gut? It means this incomplete gut which contains only one opening. This opening which serves as both ingestion and also egestion. So, the ingestion and egestion both functions are performed by a single opening. This single opening which act as mouth and also the anus. So, intaking of food and egestion of food materials. So, these both functions are performed in a single opening or one opening. It is also known as the incomplete gut. It is a sac-like structure or blind sac. Blind sac means one end is opening is present and the other end is closed. So, it is the sac-like structure. It is also known as the blind sac. So, these are incomplete gut. Example, nematoda animals having incomplete gut. Next, second one, complete gut. What is meant by complete gut? Complete gut means these animals which contains two openings. One opening is mouth and second opening is the anus. So, these animals body contains the two openings. The anterior opening is also called the mouth and the posterior opening is also called the anus. The two openings is present, it is also known as the complete gut. So, intaking of food materials with the help of mouth and egestion of undigested food materials through anus sent out from the body cavity. So, the both openings are present, it is also known as the complete gut. Example, human beings and chordata animals, they all are having complete gut. So, these are the differences between the incomplete gut and complete gut. ఇక నెక్స్ట్ టాపిక్ In these animals, the circulatory system circulatory systems. This circulatory system includes two types. They are open type of circulatory system, open type, and second one is the closed type of circulatory system. In living world, the animals which performs the open type of circulatory system, and some animals which contains the closed type of circulatory systems. What are the difference between the open type of circulatory system and closed type of circulatory systems? First one, which explains open type of circulatory system. In open type of circulatory system, it is the body cavity In open type of circulatory system, the blood flows through the empty spaces or body cavity. In this open type of circulatory system, the blood vessels are purely developed, so the blood directly opening into the empty spaces or body cavity. It is also known as the body cavity or empty space is also called hemocoel, and the fluid is called, it is the blood or fluid. This fluid is also called hemolymph. So the blood directly passed into the empty space or hemocoel. This fluid is also called the hemolymph. In this open type of circulatory system, the blood circulation is very slow and low pressure in open type of circulatory system. Okay, example, cockroach belongs to the phylum Arthropoda, class Insecta. These animals, the blood vessels are poorly developed, so the blood directly enter or opens into the empty space or hemocoel, and the fluid is also called hemolymph. So in this open type of circulatory system, the blood circulation is very slow and low pressure. It is the open type of circulatory system. Next one, second one, closed type of circulatory system. It is the closed type. In this closed type circulatory system, artery, blood capillaries and veins. So in closed type of circulatory system, the blood flows through the blood vessels. So the blood enters into the artery, then the blood enters into the blood capillaries. In this blood capillaries, the veins receives the blood. So the blood passing through the blood capillaries, this type of circulation is also known as the closed type of circulatory system. So in this closed type of circulatory system, the blood circulation is fast and also the blood pressure is more. In this closed type of circulatory system exhibits, example, Annelida and chordata animals. Chordata animals, these are exhibited in closed type of blood circulation. So these are the circulatory system present in animals. They are classified into two types. One is the open type of circulatory system, second one is the closed type of circulatory system. Open type means the blood flows freely within the body cavity or open space. This space is also called the hemocoel and the fluid is also called hemolymph. Then closed type of blood circulation, the blood flows through the blood vessels, arteries, blood capillaries and veins. It is also known as the closed type of circulatory system. These are seen in annelidan animals and some all chordata animals are exhibited closed type of circulatory system except Urochordata animals. Urochordata animals, these are exhibited open type of circulatory system and remaining all chordata animals are exhibited closed type of circulatory system. So the circulation, which type of circulation presenting in different group of phylums or animals, they are seen in a table. Circulatory system, circulatory, first one phylums, phylum, exhibited circulatory system, exhibited circulatory system and exception, exception. So first one phylum Annelida, Annelida. The first time circulatory system seen in the phylum Annelida. The remaining Protozoa, Porifera and Cnidaria, Ctenophora, Platyhelminthes, Nematoda, these all phylums are does not seen in the circulatory systems. The first time circulatory system seen in the phylum Annelida. So in this Annelida, exhibited circulatory system is closed type. These are exhibited in closed type of circulatory system, exception Hirudinaria, Hirudinaria. In this Hirudinaria class, the circulatory system exhibited in open type of circulatory system. In this all annelidan animals except in Hirudinaria, all are exhibited in closed type of circulatory system. Only the Hirudinaria exhibited open type of circulatory system. These Hirudinaria, it is the class belongs to the phylum Annelida. Okay, so these Hirudinaria which exhibited open type of circulatory system, example leech, example leech. These leech exhibited open type of circulatory system. Next one phylum Arthropoda, Arthropoda. Exhibited circulatory system is open type of circulatory system. So the blood flows through the within the body cavity. So it is the open type of circulatory system, no exceptions. So all Arthropoda animals are exhibited open type of circulatory system. Next, third one mollusca, mollusca. In this molluscan phylum animals which are exhibited open type of circulatory system except cephalopoda animals. The class Cephalopoda. In this class, the cephalopoda animals are exhibited closed type of circulatory system. Closed type of circulatory system. Example, Cephia. Scientific name cuttlefish. And octopus. Scientific name is devilfish. So all molluscan animals are exhibited open type of circulatory system except cephalopoda animals. These are exhibited in closed type of circulatory system. Example, Cephia. The scientific name cuttlefish, and octopus scientific name is the devilfish. Next phylum, Echinodermata. These Echinodermata animals are exhibited open type of circulatory system and no exceptions. So all Echinodermata animals are exhibited in open type of circulation or open type of circulatory system. Next, Hemichordata. The Hemichordata animals are exhibited in open type of circulatory system and no exceptions. So all Hemichordata animals, they are exhibited in open type of circulatory system. Last one, Chordata. These Chordata animals are exhibited closed type of circulation except Urochordata. So the Urochordata animals, they are exhibited in open type of circulatory system. Open type. Example, Salpa and Doliolum. These are the exhibited open type of circulatory system. So the all chordates are exhibited closed type of circulation except Urochordata. These are exhibited in open type of circulation. Example, Salpa and Doliolum. So these are the phylums, exhibited circulatory systems and exceptions. Okay. Once again, the first time circulatory system seen in the phylum Annelida. So in phylum Annelida, exhibited circulatory system is closed type, and exception Hirudinaria. These are exhibited open type of circulatory system. Example, leech. Then Arthropoda, open type and no exceptions. Mollusca phylum, exhibited open type of circulatory system except cephalopoda animals. They are exhibited closed type of circulatory system. Example, Cephia, cuttlefish, and octopus, devilfish. Echinodermata phylum, these animals are exhibited open type of circulatory system and no exceptions. Then Hemichordata, these animals are exhibited open type of circulatory system and there is no exceptions. And finally, phylum Chordata animals are exhibited closed type of circulatory systems except of Urochordata animals. These Urochordata animals are exhibited open type of circulatory system. Example, Cephia and Doliolum. So these are the types of circulation, and the phylums are exhibited in different types of circulatory systems. Then will discuss the a small topic based on the source of food, based on the source of food. The animals are following types. They are feeding habit and feeding on. So in feeding habit and feeding on, the feeding habit animals are herbivores, which feeds on plants, the animals is also called the herbivores and plant products. Then second one, carnivores. These animals are which feeds on flesh of other animals. It is also known as the carnivores. So the animals which feeds on plant and plant products, it is also known as the herbivores. The animals which feeds on flesh of other animals, it is also known as the carnivores. Then insectivores. The animals which feeds on insects, it is also known as the insectivores. Next one, omnivorous. Omnivorous means which feeds on all type of food materials. It is also known as the omnivorous. So in these animals which feeds on all type of food materials, it is also known as the omnivorous. Next one, carbophagous. The animals which feeds on fecal material or undigested material, it is also known as the carbophagous. So these are the different types of feeding habits and feeding on. The animals which feeds plants, it is also known as the herbivorous. The animals which feeds on flesh of other animals, it is also called the carnivorous. The animals which feeds on insects, it is also known as the insectivorous. The animals which feeds on all type of food materials, it is also known as the omnivorous. The animals which feeds on fecal material or fecus, it is also known as the caprophagous. Next, the animals which feeds on fruits, it is also known as frugivorous. And the animals which feeds on bloodsuckers, it is also known as the sanguivorous. So the animals which feeds on bloodsuckers, it is also known as the sanguivorous. The animals which feeds on fruits, frugivorous. So the animals different feeding habitats are there and feeding on their products. Next one, process of nutrition in animals. The process of nutrition in animals. So the process of nutrition involved in following steps. They are: one is the ingestion, and second one is the digestion, and third one absorption, and fourth one assimilation, and fifth one egestion. So these are the 5 steps are involved in process of nutrition in animals. First one, ingestion. Ingestion means intaking of food materials. Intaking in food materials, it is also known as the ingestion. And the second one, digestion. Digestion means the large food particles broken down into the a finer water soluble material. So these are the large food particles. These large food particles are broken down into the a simple or water soluble material. This process is also known as the digestion. Then in this digestion, the chemical reactions is also occurs. And then absorption. Absorption means it is the alimentary canal. In this alimentary canal, the food is digested, then the food is absorbed into the blood through the intestinal wall. It is the intestinal wall. This process is also known as the absorption. So the digested food materials absorbed into the blood through the intestinal wall, it is also known as the absorption. Last, assimilation. In this assimilation, the digested food materials which provide energy and growth, and also the repair the cells. This process is also known as the assimilation. So the digested food material which provides the energy and also the growth and also repair the cells, this process is also known as the assimilation. And finally, egestion. The remaining undigested food materials which passing through the anus are sent outside the body through the anus, it is also known as the egestion. So these are the steps involved in the process of nutrition in animals. First one, ingestion. Second one, digestion. Third one, absorption. And fourth one, assimilation. And fifth one, egestion. So these are the steps involved in the process of nutrition in animals. Okay. So today completed the class. Okay, thanks you once again. అది ఇప్పుడు చూస్తాను, నాకు ఏం జరిగింది చూసే కదా వాళ్ళకి ఇచ్చేది, లేకపోతే ఇయ్యంగా, లేకపోతే మళ్ళీ చెప్పాలి.